All right guys, 22-foot couples van, rear club lounge, center ensuite. This thing is awesome.
It is amazing. I love the entertaining area inside and outside. You're gonna love it.
We're gonna do a video inside, outside. Keep watching and we'll take you through. Massive.
It's so nice in here. It's like an apartment. It really is. It's really spacious. Got the massive club lounge there. Great area in the kitchen.
Well, actually, there's not normally room for 2 people to stand in a caravan kitchen.
That's true. Normally you kind of...
What are you doing? What are you doing? Great amount of room for other activities. But yeah, like actually the amount of space in here, it's not confined. So like if you were doing a big trip somewhere and there's bad weather or bugs or whatever, actually not confined. Even if we had a couple more people in here hanging out at a lounge, playing some cards.
Yeah, end of the
no
night.
problems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Entertaining inside.
You got your center ensuite.
Ensuite.
And the bedroom, which is separated, which is great because if you wanted to go to bed early and watch something.
I always go to bed earlier.
Jeez. Or later. Or later. If there's friends, I'll end up going to bed early and you end up staying out all night.
That's true. Otherwise, I'm Netflix and chill and I'm in bed.
Yeah. And it's good. Separate the door. I can be out here. I can do some work or do whatever and not interrupt each other if we need to. And when you're going away for a long time, if you're away for a year and this is your space, it is nice to have the separate spaces.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to sit on this comfortable lounge if you want to show through.
Just relax there.
Oh, like it is a massive lounge though.
Could fit like 6 of you
Mm.
there. Yeah, so awesome club lounge here. Got all the overhead cupboards as well.
Yeah. Yeah, actually the storage in most of our vans is great, but this van, you definitely have more storage than what you could really make use of because it has so much. Even actually sitting here, all the windows here, it's almost like a 360.
Yeah, it's like you're inside but outside.
I want to park this on a beach in WA rather than our site car park here in Melbourne.
Yeah, that would be a nicer view. Sirocco fan, it's 12 volt.
Yeah, just 12 volt just means you can run it straight off your batteries. And they're super quiet. I actually care about how noisy things are. You can't hear it, or you hear a little bit of air coming out. Amazing. They're great. They are standard on all of our vans. Eh?
Now we also have a little hidden spot down here too, which I love. More storage down here so you can put your shoes or whatever else you want in there, but I would put my shoes in there instead of on the step or in the way.
This skylight.
Oh yeah, we have a skylight.
So all the windows and skylights have a blind and a fly screen mesh, and you can pop that open and let the hot air out. We're hanging out somewhere warm, once again, not Melbourne. Lets it straight out, which is cool. And all these.
We've got it closed for now because it's freezing here. Moving on to our awesome kitchen. So really amazing amount of bench space in this kitchen. Over here, so this customer has actually optioned on bigger drawers instead of a washing machine in here for their air fryer and coffee machine to have here, which I think is amazing. So you've got all your
these are
points
massive
there.
drawers.
Yeah, there's.
They must have a great sized coffee machine. They're going to make coffee for They're going to make coffee for all their friends
and
when
the
they're
air
away.
fryer, chips and coffee.
This is not the first customer who's done this. We've done this a couple of times with different customers. So definitely, definitely chips and coffee is important.
Heaps of storage, massive drawers like pots, pans, plates, utensils, all that.
All of our vans, they're made for like really rough terrain. So like if you're going to go a lap of Australia, there's lots of places to see. Those places are not on the bitumen highways. They're definitely very far off those, and then that means lots of corrugations and lumps and bumps to deal with for many days. Sometimes they're fun, sometimes not so much fun. Definitely they're not fun if the caravan falls apart. So we have, once you load these up with weight, especially these big drawers, imagine the amount of weight you're going to put in that and then shake the van around. Well, actually the reason they're soft close is so the weight of all the stuff in the drawer is actually on the soft close mechanism, not on the handle. Otherwise you break the handle. And we have broken in the past handles when we've used different drawers. And now we use these drawers as standard. They're metal sided. There's no screws going through the side. All the weight is sitting down on the drawer runner, and that's supported on the side and the base. So you're not going to have screws coming loose or needing to be tightened, when you're traveling. they stay good. The drawers stay in, so you're not going to break the handle, and you won't turn up to your site with the drawer on the floor and all your stuff everywhere, which we have absolutely done that. So they're great, and they are standard. So just one element that shows how we build the vans ready for all those types of trips.
We don't want anyone to go through what we had already gone through. Got your slide out pantry. People put normally spices, things like that in there. Wine bottles fit as well. Here we've got our 3 gas cooktop burner with the 1 electric, with a mini grill in there as well. You want to cook up some pizza, toasted sandwiches. Have an oven also, which you can option out if you don't want to bake a cake, and you can have a drawer in there instead for your pots and pans. So more bench space here. Up here also we've got hidden away our microwave. So it's a flatbed microwave now, which means that, second go, there's no glass plate. So you don't have to worry about the glass plate, you know, smashing. You don't have to worry about wrapping it up in a tea towel, all that stuff. It's also in a bracket and it's bolted down, so it's not moving anywhere. And it's hidden nicely away there in the cupboard with the hidden latches. There's so much storage here, guys. Like, if you want to go away, you want storage. Yeah? There's heaps of storage in here. More in there. Under our fridge, that is a Thetford compressor fridge, so 274 litres. So it's, you can fit a lot of food in there. Also, the freezer up top. What else is in here, Trevor? Am I missing anything?
Maybe aircon?
Oh, aircon.
Okay. The point of the aircon is to try and bring the temperature of the van to what you want, right? And this will do aircon or heating, and we have a diesel heater as well, separately to this. So normally you'd mostly run your diesel heater to conserve your power, because obviously you've got limited amount of power from your solar and your batteries. So you run your aircon, and what helps that the most is the insulation of the van. So the vans are not made out of timber or aluminium anymore. They are fully bonded sandwich panel construction, and by that we mean that the whole roof is one panel, same as the walls and the floor. They're all made out of a fiberglass, foam and fiberglass. It's called XPS foam. So there's nothing else in there. There's no timber or aluminium, which means that not only is it super strong, but actually the insulation is amazing, isn't it?
Yes.
So like the old timber vans or aluminium vans, on a hot day, you would feel the cupboard would be warm from the sun being on it, whereas now those cupboards aren't warm, like the roof lining's not warm, which means the aircon, you know, it's just changing the air temperature, not trying to change all the surface temperatures. So it cools the van or heats the van up much faster and holds it a lot better. So it's really cool. Smaller item, little technical, but something that will truly make a difference.
Massive difference. We've been away in both, and yeah, definitely noticed massive difference.
Let me get you back to the kitchen.
All right, I think I've done the kitchen now. I think we're good. Big windows once again, so we've got the bug screen, keep your bugs out. Privacy screen if you're in here naked or you don't want to look outside. And then we come into the ensuite. All right, so in here we've got just the normal toilet here, just a chemical toilet, but you can option on any kind of toilet you want, really. There's so many out there right now. This customer has option to have the washing machine up here to clean their dirty clothes, obviously. Got the privacy door here too, so you can obviously shut the door while you're doing your doo-doos. And then in here, cameraman wants to, there we go, I'm gonna shut the door on you. Bye, Trevor. And in here we have the shower. So our showers are now ABS. They are not, they're not fiberglass, so they don't crack, they don't break. And they're also 20 kilogram slider too, so really good for weight. Also our, well, they're super spacious too. Like, let's get them around in here. The doors are perspex as well, so not glass, so also saving weight there. And here we have our north-south bed, so super easy to move around in. In here you've got your niches for your phone chargers, books, all your stuff, your knickknacks you want in there. You've got your power points in there too, so you can have sleep apnea machines in there. Heaps of storage again. Hidden latches. It feels really nice and comfy in here too, like, because once you sort of shut that door off, you're really in your own you're in your own little bedroom here. It's really cozy and comfy. More storage in here. Have hanging shelves. You can also option on actual shelves, so you can choose to hang your clothes or fold them, up to you. Here's your diesel heater controller as well, so that's easy to reach while you're in bed, keeping warm. More storage in here. Heaps of storage, guys. So clothes, linen, whatever you want to sort of have right next to you while you're in your bedroom. You got heaps of storage, and it feels really nice and warm and cozy, and just being able to shut off sort of that entertaining area, but being able to then sort of, you know, just come in here and relax, chill out. There's a TV mounting bracket up here too, so you can have your TV up there, lay in bed, Netflix and chill, go to sleep. Yeah, so really comfy. And you've also got the really big windows in here as well. So, and because they're opposite, if you're in warmer weather, just open them up and you get that airflow going right through. Also got the Sirocco fans in here too. So as Trevor said before, they're 12 volt, so you can get those going on your 12 volt. There's some extra airflow. Skylight hatch as well. Watch the stars, get some more airflow, or you have the privacy screen if you don't want to look at the sky.
Alright guys, before we go outside and see how cool and rugged the outside is, which it is, I wanted to show you guys the battery management system. So we use two types of battery management systems, one being Victron and the other one being OzX Corp. Happy to talk you through those ones. This one is a Victron system. This is your interface here. It shows you really simply how much solar you got coming in, PV charger, how much power you're using from a 240 volt, and how much battery you've got left. So really simple interface. And then if you have water tanks, you can see water, and if you have an inverter, which this van does, it'll tell you how much inverter, how to turn the inverter on and off. So it's super easy to flick on and off between all your modes. No rocket science needed. You can turn it on and off and use everything as you need. An inverter means you are able to use your aircon or hairdryer or any 240 volt appliance from home off your van batteries. So you don't have to be connected to the grid. You don't have to have a generator running. You can just run straight off the batteries. It's pretty cool. Let's jump outside. I'm pretty keen to show you these guys, these toolboxes and stuff. How good are the stairs once again?
I know, triple step. There's no big drop.
No, and they're easy to go in and out as well. So it's not like they're hard to use. Simple things like steps, like who cares, right? But then when you've had bad steps, like we've used lots of vans with steps that aren't that good.
It's the first thing you're using too, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are cool. All right, this van outside is so tough. So what's cool here is actually we've got two vans here right now, Force 2 and a Force 2. Same model, both exactly the same inside we just showed you, unless your little customer tweaks like the air fryer and spots and stuff like that. But this one is called an X-Core range, and this one here is our off-grid range. And what's cool that we can show you today is the key outside differences are, this one has a really cool kind of rear bar, integrated rear bar, and the other one has a pretty traditional rear bar with your kind of outriggers hanging off. And then the front, which we'll show you guys this, and on the front, we have a kind of a big, we call it a monster toolbox, and then like a kind of traditional front box on this one. So we're going to walk you through this van on the outside here, and then we'll show you the differences on a off-grid, which really just suits whatever you guys want to do. So, man, this thing looks so tough. This has airbag suspension underneath, which is great. It means you can raise and lower each side. You press the button and it brings it to your self-leveling drive height.
So no more chocks.
Yeah, and then when you pull up, instead of trying to level off on some chocks and putting something down and trying to guess how far back to come and trying to put different systems in to level off.
Yelling at your wife.
I would never do that. All those things are out the door. You just pull up to where you want and then you level off. It's got 140 millimeters of travel to level off. So it's pretty good, pretty unlevel ground, and we've been in lots of spots where we've been able to level off.
Yeah, it's good if you want to get to a really good spot, but you're like, it's not quite level. It doesn't matter, you just level
a few buttons. Yeah, and then also, it means you can, when you have onboard air, you can plug in the air. It comes with a hose, air hose, and you can plug in and you can pump up your car tires and your van tires off the onboard air compressor and air tank. So when you go on the beach or heavy corrugated roads, you will drop your tire pressures, but you don't have to wait to get to a service station or somewhere to fill up. You can actually just pump up your tires at will to whatever you want. So it's pretty cool, pretty handy. And we definitely use that a lot, especially on the sandy beaches of WA.
Yes.
At the front here, I'll get to the toolbox at the front here at the end. So here we have a tunnel boot that goes all the way through. So quite a good amount of storage, great for your chairs and fishing rods, floor mats, all that sort of stuff. Comes with your jacks, TVs, smart TV. I don't know if we said that before. 24-inch smart TV can go in the bedroom, in the lounge room, and outside. So you just move it to where you want it.
You can have a kitchen in there, yes?
Yeah, and you can also have, we've got a multitude of slide-out kitchens. Depending on the type of camping you guys like to do, you can have a fixed slide-out kitchen. We've probably got 7 or 8, and there's a bunch of aftermarket ones as well. Or if you wanted to put like a Weber, you can put a Weber in your front toolbox and set it up on like a on a portable table. So that's kind of handy too. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. So this has got the white amber lights here and 2 more above. And the reason they're white or amber, you can flick between them. White for when it's low light and you need a lot of light, the white will bring that out. The rest of the time you'll flick them onto amber, which is like an anti-bug light. So that way you can have them on, cook where you want to cook or hang out without attracting all the bugs.
Bugs in your food. No one wants to eat bugs.
As Catherine was mentioning, this is the picnic table, which is kind of a good amount of space for sunscreens, bug sprays,
snack station,
drinks, whatnot, or where I can put maybe an empty drink and then Catherine yells at me for leaving it out.
Yeah, exactly what happens.
We've got our 240 volt outlet, our 12 volt outlet, and the spot we can put our TV on a bracket. So quite handy for those things if you want to charge your phones or put different things out here. You can use all that power. This is more storage access. So this van has a second tunnel boot here, which you can access from both sides. So this van, even if you were to put a big kitchen in the front, you still have lots and lots of outside storage space. Massive awning, so being a 22-foot van, your awning is huge. Like it is really huge. You can actually really well entertain out here, have a few people. It can be raining, it doesn't matter. It's not going to get you.
Snack station, awning out.
Yeah. Talking about storage, the reason I love this rear bar is all the extra storage on here as well. So this is great. I like to take a bunch of kind of big boys toys. So chainsaws, axes, spare parts, socket sets, drills, cords, air blowers.
A whole heap of stuff that he doesn't end up using.
No, but if I needed it, we would have it. Often actually I use our stuff more, all this stuff for other people than I do for us. But at least we've got it, and it means when you do go remote spots, and hopefully you do get there, you know you're self-sufficient because you have the ability to be able to load up the van in all these different areas. You got your 2 jerry can holders, so they fit like a 20-litre jerry can. Really handy if you're going somewhere that doesn't have a lot of water, take extra water, or if you're going somewhere that's really remote, you can take some extra fuel to help to actually get you there. And then the Bluetooth reversing camera, which you can just plug into your cigarette lighter in your car, and you got a screen that comes with the van, and you can
Yep.
see
And
what's
it's
happening.
Bluetooth, so if you switch vehicles, it will just
Yeah, you
work.
can just
It's
change different
Bluetooth.
cars. You don't have to wire it into your car anymore. You've got rear recovery points under here, which basically means when you get stuck, you can get the car and the van pulled out from these rear recovery points. And we have used those. We've been on a
Trevor
beach
knows
track.
a lot about those.
Yeah, been on a beach track, and actually you couldn't get past us to actually help us from the front. So if we didn't have our rear recovery points, that was a difficult enough day as it was, but if we didn't have these, it would have been a lot worse. And your spare wheel's mounted underneath, which means you drop it down by the bar here, wind it down to the ground, and then you can drag it out. So it's not kind of big and heavy, because these are heavy. It's not big and heavy to take down off the back here. So that's pretty cool. This is the other side of that tunnel boot from before. Just shows the amount of space through there. And then next to that, we've got our 240 volt inlet and our safety switch. So if you want to plug into mains power or your generator to help charge it up. The cool thing is the generator, if your batteries are low and you want to run your generator, the Victron system has 120 amp hours of charge, which means if you run your generator for 1 hour, you're going to put 120 amp hours of charge in your battery. Trevor, what does that mean?
I did not know that.
What that means is basically about 100 amp hours of battery would run your fridges and your aircon for an hour. So if you run your generator for an hour, you will be able to run your aircon and charge your batteries at least another hour. So you run a couple of hours of generator and you've got heaps more battery storage.
There we go. We all got schooled.
Under here, we have our fast fill water tanks. So you put your hose on here, and this one's got 3 tanks. Standard, they come with 2. Depending on the size of the van, like this one, you could have like 6 tanks. You know, that's like almost 700 litres of water. And basically, it's really simple. You just turn the lever to on or off. So if you want to use any tank you want, it's quite simple. That tank's on and we'll use that tank. So like, we've tried to make the van so that everything's like kind of user friendly and easy. And then next to that, we have 2 battery boxes. And this one's got 600 amps, so 300 amp hours and 300 amp hours. 600 amp hours of battery, which is awesome. You can have as much as you want. We've got vans that go up to 2400 amp hours. So like, whatever you want from a system, we've got it. But whatever you need, we can do. Something else that's pretty cool is this is where the fridge is. The fridge is here, we were showing you before. And normally you'd see some really big vents or a massive whole door vent on there. Our fridges are internally vented, which means they don't have the vent to outside. And we do that specifically to reduce your dust and all that sort of stuff. So that when you go on those big, long, dusty roads, you're not filled with dust inside, right?
Yeah, we've been there, done that.
Yeah, so really minimise it. We've basically got a cross flow vent up here for gas, and then one on the other side, and that's pretty much your only vents in the van. So the vans are pretty well insulated from dust. We do lots of work to seal them all for that reason. This here is your waste tank for your toilet. So this is a chemical toilet, and you can keep this kind of toilet, which is easy. Go to the dump point and dump it out, or you can put in there's any of 15 types of
There's a lot of different ones, yeah.
composting toilets. Composting mean like there's ones that you'll put compost material in and kind of churn, do your business and kind of churn it a little bit, and that will last like a month or more, maybe a couple of months before you have to empty them and clean them. There's other ones that act like a kind of rubbish bag where you do your business in it and just throw your bag out when you're done. So there's a few different types. There's probably not one that's better than the other. There's just different solutions to suit different people.
Yeah, depends what kind of travelling and stuff like that.
So happy to talk through all those guys. Yeah. That's a whole video on its own.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway,
video.
It's a lot of crap. So here we have the exhaust for the hot water heater, which is a gas electric heater. So it means you can run it off gas and heat it up, or electric. Most often you run it off gas because it's super effective. And then our toolbox. This is pretty cool. So you can see inside it has 2 of these slide out trays and a full length shelf here. Great size slide out. So this side I would normally put a generator and normally, you're not meant to do this, and normally a jerry can of fuel for the generator. Don't do that. I would never. Did I say I would never? I think I said I would never. So that's great storage. And then the other side, I normally put a fridge on there. Depending on the brand of fridge, you will fit a anywhere from 40 to 70 litres of fridge on there, which is great having it outside, especially right near your outside cooking and things, because you know, you don't have to go inside and outside for drinks or, you know, snacks or whatever you want to have out there.
Yeah, food inside, drinks outside.
Yeah. Great size storage rack on the front here. You can use it for wood storage and things like that. So you've got some firewood. You want to open up the other side? Or the other spot, depending on where you're at. So we're in Victoria at the moment. We might be traveling away, and on the way, you know, it's probably going to rain because we're in Victoria. So you can also put your wood storage in here and keep it all dry, so when you get there, there's nothing causing a poor fire experience. This is your 5 litre diesel heater tank. So you put your 5 litres of diesel in here. It's got a little fuel gauge so we know what's there. 2 gas bottles, 9 kilogram gas bottles, and then another storage space to the side. And then underneath it, we have another little storage rack here, which is great for silage hoses or electrical leads or whatnot. And it just looks cool. This customer's optioned on like a front bar light, so super bright at the front. You can use it as a work light, or as you're traveling, provide a bit more light from the van.
Yeah, it's sort of like when you're arriving to campsites late at night, flick it on.
Yeah, that's good. Oh, and actually, like hooking up or unhooking, it is great for that. You've got a cold water tap there, plug your hose on. You've got a Cruise Master. You can have a DO35 or a DO45. Basically means you can rate the van at 3.5 tonne, 4 tonne or 4.5 tonne. We'll work out what's right for you and your tow vehicle and what your options are. If you have a tow vehicle that is rated higher, it doesn't cost much different. We may as well rate it higher and have all that capacity you can use. And this will articulate front and back, side to side, to make sure that the whole van and car can stay really well stable through all those lumps and bumps. Not much more to talk about here. The other one, this is the front of our off-grid. So that one's the X-Core, this one's our off-grid. All the front here, all the same. Still got the articulating hitch, just the same there. This one here, where it's different, is got our diesel tank on the outside of our toolbox here, and we've got our gas bottles on the outside. We still have our tray underneath for storage. This is a bike rack. You can option this to any. This is another customer's van. You can option that to any van, and then it's got this toolbox here, which I'll open up. I'll open up this one. It's a very similar size as far as what you'll fit inside. So it's slightly smaller, but there's not much in it. You can still fit anywhere from that 40 to 65 litre fridge in here. So it's a really handy space, just a different look. And then this comes with the stone mesh guard as a separate piece rather than a kind of built-in on the front. And then I'll show you the back of this van. So at the back here we have our bolt-on bar, which is kind of traditionally how a van's been done forever. You got your 2 jerry can holders, the same as we had before. We have our spare wheel mounted on the back rather than underneath. You can still have it underneath if you preferred it that way, no problems. And you can also have it to the side and fit like a wood storage box and stuff if you still wanted to take those things. So you can see that it's still got the back, all the back's the same, it's just that rear bar that's a little bit different.
Still got the camera.
Guys, that is the Force 2. It is super capable, whether it's a long trip, you know, a year, 2 years, 3 years, heck, stay out there and have some fun, or whether it's even just a weekend away with family. Whatever you want to do, it will do it, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's amazing. It's like an apartment inside, but you're gonna get to some amazing places with it. Like,
yeah, it's super capable, and anything from a 3.5 tonne tow vehicle through to whatever you want, you know, it will be able to do that. Obviously, your higher tow vehicle capacities will mean you can take even more stuff. Like I have a lot of stuff, as we said. But yeah, if you want to know more, jump on our YouTubes, jump on our socials, give us a call. Happy to chat it through. Is this your van or what? No? Thanks, guys.